शेर सुना दे वे, जी नहीं लगता मेरा, एक शेर सुना दे वे, जी।
और मैं मेहनत नहीं छोड़ूंगा।
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, with this guy, Peter, Antonio Rudiger, you've got to think they'll be playing a high line. His athleticism and pace in recovery are both going to be critical. But I just feel he understands the art of defending better than most. No surprise, given his footballing education, of course.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Now it's Haaland. Great pressure, plenty of it. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And this is Luis Suarez. Now the ball's gone astray. Nicely spread. And it's Arda Güler. Luis Suarez. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. That's a good ball out wide. Looking for the run. And it's Arda Güler. Güler will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And Messi! They've scored! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
He's in a great position here.
Colorado Springs are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Rodri. Güler. Güler going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Luis Suarez. And this is Xavi Alonso. That's an excellent interception. That's going to go a long way. And here's Nedved. Nedved crosses. Upamecano tries to clear.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Played back in. And the shot! Goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
That's good running with the ball. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Schmeichel getting this one clear. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And that's the second half started. And it's Arda Güler. And that was nowhere near his best. And this is Inzaghi. And he's got the beating of his man. Inzaghi! Bardiol gets rid without sophistication. Rice. Rodri. Now it's Güler. Mbappe! He's got away! Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, easy pickings there. No, it's come to nothing. And reclaimed it in a try. He's having a go! He has hit that forcefully.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
Played into space. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Goulet. It's a good spell of possession, this. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Bergomi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Nicely aimed pass.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And that's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Messi. Oh, super ball. And Messi! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's been caught napping. It'll be a throw-in. Drilled in low.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Rodri. Looking for options for movement. He's found those for a shot! Oh, it's come, and the keeper couldn't hold it. Tries to play it through. Now that's well seen too. Ambitious ball here. No luck with that dink over the top. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Quick look, then plays it in. Haaland.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And he's managed to get free. And that's it. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, unable Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Cheers, Peter.
And that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And already we're underway here. Searching for... Chance for a shot! And it's a goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now it's Luis Suarez, Nedved, and this is Messi. Messi! Good try, very good try in fact.
Well, we always have to give a reason for it, Peter, but did he hit that too well?
Now that looks a decent ball, and this is Cruyff. Real chance! They want to be quick to recover this. And they've got rid. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Maradona. Nedved is there to clear. Brazil have got it back and they'll have another go. Now it's Mbappe.
Colorado Springs really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the...
It's Maradona! Oh, it's come off the upright. Now it's Messi. Stood up well to him there. And that is as far as they're going to go. Cruyff is on his own. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Maldini. Now it's Luis Suarez. Messi! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. It's a mighty effort! Just off target.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
And they're quick to get it back. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Nicely weighted ball. This time, surely! And it's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Yeah, and you have...
Oh, he's been caught on it here. And Messi! Just cruising. They are cruising. Again, in a trice. And they are soaring. And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Now it's Rijkaard. Rijkaard! A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will... Decent chance! Oh, taken with style! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed! And that was as close to certain as can be.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? He's onside, and the shot! No mistake! And the lead is extended still further. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. Short changes him with that pass.
Suarez really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Big chance! Bellingham. And it's Bojan. Oh, it's Rijkaard. That's a good ball out wide. Yamal. It's out for a goal kick. Messi. Now it's Cruyff. Can he get it through? Now there's a... And Messi! It's a goal! 3! He is flying! A vast presence, and there is no stopping him. Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. No, that's been intercepted. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Now it's Luis Suarez. And it's Messi. Looking for the run. And this is Luis Suarez. Go for a shot! He scores! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
As if 3 weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian. It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Now it's Yamal. Oh, no question, that's a foul. He's having a go! And that has been knocked clear. Brazil have their second corner now. Xabi Alonso goes short. Well read. And the danger is averted. And now a sudden chance to counter.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Van de Ven. Xavi Alonso. And here's Rijkaard. Oh, just... Rijkaard! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Van de Ven kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And that will be the final act. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do. There could be only one outcome.
Volunteers for each block.
Messi
Please
walking
report
off
to the
with the
staff room
spoils,
immediately.
richly deserved. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. And we're underway.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you could expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by... Neymar made it all look so simple there before he invited his own complications.
Quality ball. Oh, that's well spotted. Cruyff charging forward, the ball at his feet. He's in plenty of space here. And Messi! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Messi. Driving forward. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I'm really impressed with this guy, Jude Bellingham. For one so young, he has wonderful intelligence and a great ability to read the game. The most expensive 17-year-old in the game too, and he's got a wonderful natural feel of space.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Berbatov showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. That is good alertness. Now he's off and running. Xavi Alonso.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And he's managed to get free. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
He's picked his way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
And that's been won straight back. Now it's Bojan. Now that looks a decent ball. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Irwin was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, that's fabulous. Real chance! Beautiful from Nedved!
Well, I'm happy to admit that I didn't really see that coming, but I'm very glad it did, and you can only eulogise about such excellence. The finish was imperious, the player immense.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonder.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Please be made aware that
Any opinion you'd like to
smoking is
express on the
only
first half?
permitted in
Well, I think it's a
designated
case of
areas
so
within these
far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. And this is Cruyff. Neither of these two want to come off second best. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed.
Goes for a shot! He's got a goal! Barcelona are back in business. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Barcelona grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Fletcher. And this is Neymar. Xavi Alonso. Now, can they get him away? He's being urged to shoot. And he shoots! Barcelona with the corner. They're first. And now a sudden chance to counter. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Great chance! He's scored! And again they hit the front. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Barcelona really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
Colorado Springs clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Up he goes! And again! And that would have won it.
Oh, what a stunning save. Absolutely tremendous, and he's kept his team in it.
Corner number 2 then. Caceres gets it away. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Neymar. Well read, and the danger is averted.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Maldini getting this one clear. Now it's Neymar. He's through, now a chance! They are queuing up to have a go here.
Barcelona really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
The message is simple. Defend this with your lives. Nedved. Nicely weighted ball. And he welcomes it in. And this is Luis Suarez is on his own. Oh, that's a fine interception. And we're done. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Nuno Mendes here, I think, will be very important, Peter, particularly if they start to spread the play, because he's excellent in one-on-one positions, both attacking and defending. So I'd expect him to have some of that cut.
Shoots! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Eze really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Benfica with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. He gets big! Goal! Benfica! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And here's Messi, and here's Cruyff. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. He is through here, and he's had it nicked away. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Eze going face to face with his great rival. Now it's Luis Suarez, and this is Messi. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Cruyff. That's a shade optimistic.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And here's Messi. Eze. Looking to play him in. Cruyff! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Lobotka.
Colorado Springs certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Now it's Haaland. Thuram makes the interception. Nedved can so cleverly bypass the press. Szoboszlai. Now Modric. And that is as far as they're going to go. Lobotka.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And it's Mendes. There's the whistle for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Substitution on the field. Number 5, Suarez. Number 20.
Whistle goes and we start the second half.
Number 6.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Number 17, Bale. Substitution in progress.
Passing nice and neat. Nesta did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Played back in. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Van der Ven defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Doku. He stands tall and strong. This is their second corner of the game. And it's Eze. Eze will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Messi.
That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
Stood up well to him there. Nedved. It's judged, surely! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's picked it up out wide. This time, surely! Goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Collar at his razor-sharp best there.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Vieira. Bale, very much a man of this moment. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now it's Bale. Lahm picks it up out wide. And it's kept out by a stubborn defence. Bale! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
This is the time you need that pace.
Lobotka. Benfica looking to pass their way through. Played into space out wide. He's got away. He's free. He has got space.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And he was quick to react.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Some really good ball movement.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Soboslai just loves to go forward whenever he can. And this is Bale. Pass is just off target. And there goes the final whistle. Decent game of football that, intense, intriguing, and both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Colorado Springs can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. So it's down to business here.
What an impressive figure Oliver Kahn cuts.
Yeah, they call him the Titan, Peter, and the reasons are fairly obvious. As personalities go, we're talking big.
As close as you get to goalkeeping perfection.
And it's Nedved. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Massaro. Zanetti. Well, that has not gone well. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
No, that's been intercepted. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Now it's De Bruyne. Now it's Cruyff. Xavi Alonso. Nedved. And here's Suarez. Nedved. And he's managed to get free. Oh, what a... He's had a shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. And he's there to belt it away. De Bruyne. Nicely weighted ball. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. And that has been cut short. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Ambitious ball here. Xavi Alonso. Approaching the half-hour mark. Passes coming off in quick succession here. He won't be happy with that one. Nesta makes the interception. And this is Luis Suarez. It's a threatening ball. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And it's Xavi Alonso. And here's Suarez. Luis Suarez! There is the genius of Luis Suarez! A finish of true class! And that really is so impressive.
After 37 minutes is number 5, Luis
So we have the first goal.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
De Bruyne picked out brilliantly. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. Vieira. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Messi.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Can he get it through? Great ball, and he's in here. And the finish! He has done it! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And the half-time whistle goes. How would you review the first half?
Colorado Springs clearly have plenty of cause to be happy, Peter, but they'll need to resist the temptation to just sit on the lead second half. The opposition will be doing their utmost to try and get back into this, so they have to be alert.
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and 2 between them at half-time.
Substitution on the field. Number 7, Conte. Coming on
And the
field
second half gets
is
underway.
Number 18, Xavi Alonso.
That's been slipped through. Chance! And he passes it long. Now it's Mbappe. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Xabi Alonso did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. No foul, says the referee. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Colorado Springs clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And he plays one through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And the ball is out of play. Not the best distribution from the keeper.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Now it's Nedved. No, it's come to nothing. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Massaro. Now he's got space here. Not the most accurate pass. Just a quarter of an hour to play. And that has put paid to that. And here's Messi. Now it's Cruyff. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, it's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
Messi. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight.
Colorado Springs have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
That has ended up in no man's land. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Oh, well played. Vieira. And that is that. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, we're on the way.
Roberto Carlos, Peter, might have had more of an impact on the world game than any other fullback before or since.
In what regard?
Well, with his pace, skills and his overlapping runs, he effectively revolutionised the role. He turned the fullback into a vital attacking weapon. It inspired so many players to be just like him.
Schneider. Looking for a runner. He's in space and looking for options. That's a lovely, neat pass. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Saviola. And the finish!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Xabi Alonso takes control of it and he's on the move. Great ball if he can get there. Oh, shooting chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Chiellini clears it away. Thuram. Now this could be a chance. He's shifting through the gears here. Chance! Vieira. So it is still 0-0. And here's Messi. Mateus can so cleverly bypass the press. Nesta calmly anticipates. Nedved looking for the run. Chiellini kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Mateus. Milan applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be...
Can he finish? He's keen, determined to have his say.
Milan really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is. It's a searching pass. Good take, and is he in? Decent chance! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Xabi Alonso. And he was quick to react. Caicedo. And Mateus.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach.
And the shot! They've scored!
And for such a big name in your side to register very close to the break, not only creates a real buzz in your dressing room during the break, but dispirits the opposition too, and sets up a decent chance to go on and finish this game to their liking now.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the...
There's the shot! And that has been knocked clear. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Substitution in progress.
And we're off again.
Colorado Springs can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Xabi Alonso. Cannavaro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly... It's Bale! Oh, taken with style! They have come roaring back!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Oh, delicious! Such devilish curl!
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Nicely weighted ball.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And it's Wan-Bissaka. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Threads one in. Xabi Alonso receives it in a wide position. He rises! Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Substitution for Milan, number 17.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Javier Saviola, number 23.
Wan-Bissaka, Caicedo.
Number 24.
Now it's Haaland, just eases him off the ball. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
And that's aimed into the middle, and it's hoisted clear. Vieira. Bale, here's a chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Corner number 2 then. Haaland gets rid without sophistication. Vieira. Collar. And this is Messi.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And the shot! Oh, should have put that away.
Oh, unlucky. There's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
And this is Messi. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Played out wide. Oh, no joy this time.
There will be
Xavi
3 minutes
Alonso.
added time.
Now it's Messi. Deep into stoppage time. Raul. And that is that. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's down to business here. Well, there is no one here, Jim, who's surprised to see Wesley Sneijder in the starting lineup.
Yeah, and I think they'll be looking to him to provide all the creativity again here. Okay, he may not go box to box, and he is going to require everyone around him to do all the running for him, but with his skill on the ball, he'll make it happen. He'll pick them out.
Xabi Alonso. He's going to be disappointed with that. Cruyff. Lahm just loves to go forward whenever he can. Nedved. The ball has bounced loose now. Little pass back. Looking tidy in possession here. That's going to go a long way. And he's only too happy to take that back. Sneijder. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Now it's Mbappe. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Shapes to shoot! And that has been cleared. And that is a little undercooked. That is ended up in no man's land. It's Nedved! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Nedved really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Big header! And he's done it! Great corner, and he did the rest.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
After 26
So the
minutes,
first goal of the game.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
And it's Cruyff. Lahm has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Well, they've got it again.
Colorado Springs really do like their passes from deep.
Luis Suarez! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Lahm has it in a wide position.
That was well seen too. Good clearance.
That's gone for a throw-in. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Well, the opening goal did come from a corner. Now then. It's a mighty effort! Sticks it away! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And now there's the shot! Yes! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Vieira.
There will be 3 minutes added
Bergomi. Lahm is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Now it's Cruyff. That's good play. No, he refuses to take the bait. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
Colorado Springs absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will supply more.
Substitution.
And the second half gets underway. Dembele, he's found a way through. And the finish! Oh, the ball's run loose here. In he goes again! Xavi Alonso. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Messi, very much a man of this moment. Messi. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Lahm. Distributed tidily. Aimed beyond the defence. Cruyff. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. No, not quite on the same wavelength. That's ruffled a few feathers. but well dealt with. Now it's Cruyff. Can he get on the end of this? Looking to play him in.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Shot, surely! Nedved conjures time and space where few can. And this is Cruyff. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Uruguay needed that, they really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense.
He's had a shot! Lacking in accuracy. And he's had it nicked away. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Maldini, the man that is tenacity personified. Now it's Messi, and this is Cruyff! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Nedved, well seen, saw that coming. Now the ball's gone astray. He's in a good position here. Dembele. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Oh, that's fabulous. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And that's going to be a booking.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Cruyff. That's a good... Shoots! It's in! Comfort! Yet more comfort! Easing away. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Some really good ball movement. And he welcomes it in. Mateus. Pass somewhat off target. And that's gone loose. Xavi Alonso. Xavi Alonso. Lovely bit of skill. Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, easy pickings there. And here's Cruyff. Played back in. And time is up. So a real showpiece win. This lot were simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite...
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise
Hello,
of a
everybody,
match
and
that will
welcome to
really get the
today's
juices
match.
flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
And we're underway.
Now then, this man really is a legend, perhaps the legend, a revolutionary, the father of a philosophy. He is, of course, Jim, Johan Cruyff.
We'd have no total football without him.
Roll! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Oh, easy pickings there.
And here's Cruyff.
Oh, that's fabulous. He is just caressing the ball.
Cantona goes on a charge down the left. Bale. He's got away. Just eases him off the ball.
Well, that has not gone well. Tries to pass it through. He's on it. Can he get away?
Not much subtlety about that challenge.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final.
Oh, smashing header! He's delivered all right! The breakthrough strike! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Colorado Springs are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Zanetti. Zanetti, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at... Shot, surely! And that was probably asking just too much.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
And we have our very first corner.
So it's going to be another corner.
Corner number 2 then. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now a sudden chance to counter. Chiellini gets over and intercepts.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Barcelona trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass.
And the shot!
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Cross goes in.
There's the header!
Oh, should really have made more of that.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Xavi Alonso.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Played out to the right. Fired deep. He gets big! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And that's it for the first half, a breathless ending. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. Some first half thoughts?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And we are back underway.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out, see if you can open them up a bit more.
Can he get it through? Bale is in a really good position out wide. Shapes to shoot! That's really well cleared. Plays a sharp little ball here. The message is clear, none shall pass. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Oh, that's a key interception. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got. I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Raul. He's through here. Oh, that is superb. A dangerous moment, perfectly dealt with.
Some inspired work, that. It's good that someone knew exactly what they were doing.
No, it's Nedved. Oh, shooting chance! That is decidedly lacking.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Short changes him with that pass.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Maldini kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. 1-0 as we head towards the end. And it's Bale. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. 5 minutes left on the clock. There will be a throw-in. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Raul, Bale. Deep into stoppage time. Quality ball.
Look, there has to be...
So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Luis Suarez, voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung heroes doing the dirty work, and Frank Rijkaard is amongst the very best in the business.
Some say the best ever.
Yeah, and I can see why. He's about as sophisticated as players come, and his role covers everything from reclaiming the ball to, well, pretty much everything else. Only a man of his...
Cruyff! Cruyff! That is beyond words!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Barcelona are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And this is Luis Suarez. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Nicely spread. Neymar. Mohamed Salah. Salah. Now it's Luis Suarez. Xavi Alonso. And that's put paid to a promising move. And no, that was never going to make it. It's Salah! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Nedved can so cleverly bypass the press. Mohamed Salah, that is a brilliant interception.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's...
Son Heung-min! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Now it's Cruyff. Can he get it through? Look at the space here. And a chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. Up he goes! That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Lahm is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Lovely bit of skill. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Takes the shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Suarez really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
It's their second corner of the game. And a shot! Just off target.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target. It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Son Heung-min, and that is expertly dealt with. And that has been clubbed away.
Mohamed Salah cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away. Look at Neymar! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, to put it this way, he's probably made better decisions.
Vieira.
Minutes has been indicated.
Colorado Springs have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
And the half-time whistle goes. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Leading 1-0 at the break.
Substitution.
There's the start of the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Luis Suarez. Neymar. Xavi Alonso. Mohamed Salah. Time and again they are repelled. And here's Bale. Bale stood his ground strongly. Lahm, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. And he's intervened well there. Neymar.
Colorado Springs couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Knocks it into space. Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time. And Messi! He's scored! 2 up now, and they are cruising. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So that's 2 now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Bale. He's having a go! Well, now it's a race for the ball. He's trying his best to... Oh, what has happened here? Skims one in. Pass somewhat off target. And it's Nedved. And he's had hit! Beautiful from Nedved! A finish of true class! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Messi! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. So, third corner of the game.
Defending of the desperate variety. Just a quarter of an hour to play. And now a sudden chance to counter. Gets a good foot in there. And this is Messi. And he plays one through. That's tidy. It's Bale! Oh, brilliant save.
Spirited to say the least. Certainly gave this crowd something to really cheer about.
And here's Suarez. Ahead by 3, but they won't want to take their foot off the pedal. Nesta calmly anticipates. Bale. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Yaya Toure. Spread it left. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Bergomi has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm.
Yeah, and the ref told him it was coming, and he still failed to heed the warning.
So who's he going to be aiming for here? So another set play.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
He's kicked it out just. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. And Luis Suarez! So that's it. It is all over. So a real showpiece win. This lot were simply far too clever for their opponent. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So off we go then. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, Musiala is a player that's very easy on the eye. You can really see his qualities and genuine confidence on the ball. He's verging on cocky, arrogant at times, but that's what makes him such a great watch, even on the greatest stages. He really does come with the complete package.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. And he's made sure that's not getting through. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Gravenberg. Oh, good-looking ball. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Oh, just skip Gravenberg! He scored! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the game's first significant... Musiala! Big chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Vieira is there, and he can get that clear. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Cruyff. Spread neatly. Oh, well played, well sorted out. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out. Colorado Springs really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Conte couldn't squeeze it through. And it's Messi.
Colorado Springs are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes. He's going for goal! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Well, they're just unrelenting, Peter, wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Gravenberg picks it up from the goal kick. Odo. He might be in here! Takes aim and crosses. Schmeichel deals with that nice and simple. That has been cut short. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And this is Cruyff. Van Dijk. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. That looks a good ball through. He's through now, is he? There's the shot! It's a goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now. Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return.
It's Inzaghi! Oh, terrific save from the keeper. And we hit half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Colorado Springs really showed some resolve in that first half, Peter, after going behind. So I think the message from the manager will be quite a positive one. Keep going and keep doing what you've been doing, because it's pretty good.
Substitution on the field.
That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each.
Number 5.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
17. Bale. Number
Shot a goal! Denied brilliantly.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
It's their second corner of the game. And now a sudden chance to counter. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And that's put paid to a promising move. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Nedved. Lahm looking to play him in, and he's picked it up out wide. Now here's the... Oh, smashing header! Sticks it away! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
Superb timing to generate that power through a really strong neck behind it.
He's been taken out, could that be a penalty? No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
He'll fancy himself from here.
The keeper is ultra busy in trying to just get everything in order.
Coming on to replace him is number 20, Lilian Thuram. Substitution in progress.
Cruyff! Now who's going to... And another try! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Now the delivery. Defending of the desperate variety. Nicked it back promptly. Gravenberg cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now. A header! Rafinha. Gravenberg. Now it's Cruyff. Now it's Owen. Can he get on the end of this? Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Real chance! Should have equalised.
Rafinha absolutely knew he could ill afford to miss that.
Corner number 3 coming up. Xabi Alonso clears. And it's Conte.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Bale. This looks promising. They get a throw in. And that's definitely not his best. Nedved looking to go deep. And it's claimed by the keeper.
Colorado Springs really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
And here's Messi. Nedved. Messi. Good read, needed to be. And the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Messi is offering a wry smile there.
And he gets rid in a hurry. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Well, from behind, Jim, that is some win, isn't it?
This has been a very composed response when trailing. There was no sense of anxiety, just a belief to stick to the game plan and stick together. And it's been a very impressive turnaround.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening. And the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Now it's Ribery. Rafinha. And he cuts out the supply. Now it's Cruyff. Looking for options for movement.
I suppose if you're playing in an attacking position in this team, then having a craftsman like Rui Costa beside you is a dream.
He's in most people's lists of great number 10s.
I'm going to go along with that too.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Now it's Ribery.
Well read, nice interception.
And it's Rui Costa. Rafinha.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
For a moment, you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And here's Ribery. Luis Suarez. Now it's Nedved. Nedved!
Oh, the ball's run loose here.
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Nedved actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. Oh, and the shot!
He's missed, but not by that far.
Corner number 2 then. And he's gone looking for safety. Lahm. And now they can spring out of defence. And he's had it nicked away.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
Oh, played through for the wide man.
Rui Costa gets into a good position. Lahm.
He's shifting through the gears here.
Cruyff.
Cruyff stood his ground strongly.
Colorado Springs really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And the pass is intercepted.
Xavi Alonso.
Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. It's loose now and they want to get it back.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
It's Luis Suarez! There's the whistle for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. How would you review the first half?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And we are already promptly back underway.
Colorado Springs clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it. Colorado Springs have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
And it's Xavi Alonso. Azar. Can he get on the end of this? He's got away.
Oh, great feat, that.
And he whips it in. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that.
Brazil clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Xavi Alonso. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Lahm.
Such good technique.
Lahm is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. And that's really well manoeuvred. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that's aimed. Oh, what a climb! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Kohler is offering a wry smile there.
So, third corner of the game. Bale! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Looking to play him in. Can he latch on to this? Throw in. And he's whipped it across. Shapes to shoot! And that should get the job done. Just about up to 75 minutes. Oh, nicely intercepted. Thuram. And it's Bale. Just eases him off the ball. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Bale has it out wide and in space. And this is Ribery. Bale has it in a wide position. It's a mighty effort! They've scored! And that could well be the winner!
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the first goal of Nedved! And that would have won it.
Just got too eager there, I think, Peter. Had half an eye on the two-goal cushion.
Decent progress down the left. Now that's well seen too.
Brazil really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Brazil have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do. Desperate defending required here. Xavi Alonso getting this one clear.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And that will be the final act. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game.